as an authentic a freedom experience as you can get by adding in GPS and taking away the maps. You still have to look up, see where you're going, but have to keep remembering to look down as well. So instead of looking at a map, you're looking at a GPS. We did some exploration, which was interesting at times.
We got 6 days in, 608 to go. Project date, we've got our timing, 1,200 right? We just started doing a bike ride, eh? Fully packed, lots of places to go. Hey, I take it that's the cheeky little left. Little scratchy. Hey, look.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Gonzaga, for taking the lead to this.
Hey. Hey, ain't that, ow. Yeah, I would say there's some thorny stuff here. Give us a smile.
You get to experience parts of the country that you never will, but you also get to push yourself to a point that is ordinarily just not possible when you are out in normal everyday life. And that's really what this is. This is an element of escapism from our everyday lives, and it's on our doorsteps. And that really ultimately is the motivation. You know, when you're climbing up a mountain and it's 37 degrees and you've been climbing up there for half an hour, it's not fun. I mean, it's not to fool anybody. That is not fun. But when you reach the top,
We are rewarded for that view.
And you get to bomb down a hill at 50 k's an hour. There's very little that can match that. And like much in life, you've got to work for the good things, and that's what these mountains remind you of.
Well, we're going to Sensica. Okay. There's a nice tar road that takes you straight there. Yes, I see the tar road.
Yeah, back there.
We're going on that?
No.
No? Where are we going?
We're going to go up that mountain,
Over the mountain.
see what's on the other side,
Okay.
look, and then we'll come back down the other side.
Alright. Sounds reasonable. Tar road, mountain.
The tar road is just very flat, maybe slightly downhill, so
Okay.
boring.
Good times.
There was one constant throughout the whole trip. It was the fact that we had mountains around us. A few brief sections across floodplains where there was nothing that presented with other challenges. But it's mountainous, and you get the change between the commercial farmlands and the more traditional areas where people are staying. But the constant is the mountains, they're everywhere. And because there's mountains, you've got to keep climbing up those mountains. Hour after hour after hour. So that's quite taxing. You haven't got the ground speed that you've got in other races. You've got big days. You've got 15, 19-hour days to cover sometimes good distance, sometimes very little distance for a lot of time.
It's a type of riding that is not manicured in any way. It typically follows cattle tracks, sheep tracks, farmers' roads. Quite often it just is a general direction that you are following through the bushes directly. Typically those bushes will have sharp things on them.
Okay, so is that the blood donation spot? Okay.
So in terms of trail, you're going to get to experience everything. You will scramble up some rocks. You will be thigh deep in mud at some point. But you know, like most things, it gives you perspective that at the end of the day, after you've had a shower, after you've had a sleep and a meal, you are richer for the experience.
Look, I suppose you could say this is a more tactile race, and tactile in the sense that you're climbing up cliff faces, hanging onto rocks. That's the sort of tactile you want, but it's a far more engaging process than merely getting on a bike and say who's got the fastest legs, who's got the most power, who can bomb down a road the fastest. This is far more than that. It's multifaceted. You have to be able to ride your bike, you have to be able to ride for lots of hours, but you also have to be able to pick your bike up and scramble up cliff faces, up rocky parts, wade through rivers. They're quite deep, isn't it?